Hey guys, I am making this short video to show you the simple relationship between inscribed and central angles. Okay, so first a little bit of vocab. If you draw a circle and you put a couple of radii on that circle, here's one radius, okay, and here's a second one. We have a central angle. A central angle goes to, guess where? The center of the circle. All right, and the degrees of the angle are going to match up with the degrees around the circle. We measure circles and their arcs by degrees, just like we measure angles by degrees. All right, so it's pretty straightforward. If you have a straight line and that's 180 degrees in a straight line, then we'll say that has 180 degrees of an arc. All right. Similarly, if we have 90 degrees, we have 90 degrees of the arc. It's so simple, it's barely worth mentioning. The more difficult thing is if we have an angle that goes to a point on the circle, then we have a totally different critter. At least it's not totally different, there is a relationship. All right. So if you want to play a little guessing game, what do you guess this angle is? Looks like it's about 90 degrees. And what do you guess that angle is right there? All right, well, the nice thing about GeoGebra is we can measure angles by clicking on them in a particular order. In this case, I obviously got the wrong order, so let's see if I can undo that. It did. I need to click on it, looks like, in this order. There we go, and it's 43.73 degrees. If I click on this angle, all right, and we get that, we can compare the two. Alright, so this is our basic lesson. Let's try to find a nice round angle. Let's go to 90, 90, trying to get to nice round, 97.38. Okay, look at this, 48.69. Maybe that's not jumping out at you. Let's go to, I should not have this go to a hundredths or zillionths of degrees because it is annoyingly difficult to get on a whole number. 63.62? 31.81. See if you've got the relationship yet. 121.06, 60.53. Maybe you can shout at the computer if you want. Tell me to stop when you realize what it is. 140, and there's 70. Okay? So by now you're probably saying, stop, stop, I get it already. It is twice the measure. The central angle is twice the measure of this angle. Okay, so what's the name of that angle? It's called an inscribed angle. And I could maybe type and label that in, but I think you can hear me. All right, so this is an inscribed angle, and this is a central angle, and the central angle is always twice as much as the inscribed angle. Okay, so what is this going to do for us? Well, it's going to help us with this worksheet. Okay, so here we go. We've got inscribed angles and we've got central angles. See that 124 degrees right there? That is going to be exactly what that angle would be if we measured it. All right. What is angle X going to be? Well, it's a 2-to-1 ratio, and this is the one part. So this is going to be half as much as 124. So X will be 62 degrees. All right. Each one of these problems on this worksheet is similar. It's really just asking you to use some common sense, some puzzle solving skills, and then work these out. All right. So if that's a center of a circle and that's a straight line, you know that this is 180 degrees. All right. So this angle over here, if you follow out each side to where it hits, that arc is 180 degrees. So this angle here is half of 180 degrees. Okay. You just need to, each time you come to an angle that has its vertex on the circle, like over here, X has its vertex on the circle. All right. Then you follow that line out to where it crashes into the circle and like make a mark right there. And you follow this out to where it hits the circle and you make a mark right there. And this angle all the way around, this arc rather, is going to be twice whatever X is. Okay. So X degrees there is going to be doubled for this. Well, we know this portion here is 110 degrees. We know this portion over here is 90 degrees. All right, so we can work out the angles. If this is 90 degrees going to here, then this arc is double 90 degrees, and this is 180. Okay, so 180 plus 110, and then subtract that from 360, and you've got this. All right? So give it your best effort. See how much of this worksheet you can do. Bring in some questions. Pretty straightforward. Good luck.